Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back on Wild Eye Week with my review of Frames of Fear 3. Since it is day 3 of Wild Eye Week, I thought it would be fitting to review Frames of Fear 3. It's a 2020 horror anthology film, and this DVD was distributed by Wild Eye Releasing under their Wild Eye Raw and Extreme line. The movie opens as if you have just popped a VHS tape into the VCR. There are even some fake trailers, which is really fun. Sort of like Grindhouse. One of the trailers features Cool Duder, Sean C. Phillips, once again. He's been in quite a few of these Wild Eye movies. The last and longest of the trailers shown is for a fake slasher film called The Impersonator. It's literally about a murderous Elvis impersonator, and I wish it were real. We are then taken to the start of the wraparound story, as two guys dig up a body in the cemetery. They intend to use some sort of serum to resurrect the dead. Well, it works, and Tommy Lee Jarvis comes back to life. The success is short-lived, though, as Tommy Lee Jarvis goes on a killing spree, starting with the very two men who reanimated him. This mini wraparound slasher film continues in between each of the other segments of the anthology. The first of which is titled Demon Eyes. A man goes missing after being involved in cult-like self-help practices. His friend goes searching for him, but doesn't like what he finds. Evil beings, or demons, with empty eyes somehow see him coming. The next segment is called The Weird Dog She-Wolf. In this one, a woman is hit by a car while jogging. She is brought to the hospital, where a crazy doctor replaces her brain with the brain of a dog. She soon begins a gradual transformation, which includes growing 6 additional nipples. When they are revealed to us, we see that they are literally just baby bottle nipples glued to her stomach. I laughed out loud. She begins transforming in other ways, too. Next is probably my favorite segment of the bunch, although I really like all of them. This one is called Happy Anniversary. An old couple is celebrating their anniversary. The woman buys her husband a new set of knives he's been wanting. And he, of course, got his wife a present in return. A woman tied up in the basement. You see, every year on their anniversary, the wife buys her husband new tools or weapons, and the husband captures a new victim. The couple then uses the husband's new weapons to kill the new victim. They even keep an album filled with photos of each one. You know, for memories. The last segment is titled Slashed Portrait, and it's about an uninspired painter who finds a brand new medium to work with. While trying to open a bottle of paint, she slices her finger open, and blood spurts all over her canvas. She loves how it looks, and goes on her own killing spree to keep her blood supply full. I had an absolute blast watching Frames of Fear 3. Now obviously, this is the third of what is now a trilogy. But I did not see the first 2 movies, and I can tell you, you do not have to see them in order to enjoy this one. It's like watching Creepshow 2 without watching the original Creepshow. It's not necessary. Most horror anthology films are like that, and this one is definitely a standalone. As a huge fan of horror anthologies, I've watched a lot of them, and you can usually expect a stinker or two. In this case, though, each segment of Frames of Fear 3, including the wraparounds, are pretty consistent. Overall, I think that's a great word to describe this movie. Consistent. There are some great practical gore effects for a low-budget film. The acting, honestly, isn't terrible. I've seen much worse. And not only are the segments consistent, but they all seem to sort of go together. Sometimes you watch a horror anthology, or any anthology for that matter, and a story or two will stand out as being very different from the rest. Not necessarily better or worse, just different, tone-wise. Again, that's not the case with Frames of Fear 3. There is some nudity throughout in multiple segments, and I like how much effort was put into keeping the wraparound flowing. That in itself seemed like its own standalone segment. I very much enjoyed Frames of Fear 3, and I highly recommend this one to horror anthology fans. Huge thank you to Wild Eye Releasing for sending me this DVD to review. Have you seen Frames of Fear 3? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and, be kind, subscribe.